We all like seeing people spend money. We all like lavish parties. So what about the most expensive parties ever to exist in?
Okay.
Let's have a look.
Everyone loves more than going to a good party is watching your favorite celebrities going to an amazing party.
Not
Warning,
quite.
these multi-million-dollar celebrations will give you severe FOMO.
Will, what the
When
fuck
the
is
daughter
that?
of Beyonce and Jay-Z was born, it was basically national news. So it should come as absolutely no surprise that Blue Ivy's first birthday was a private party of epic proportions. And to
Blue Ivy?
Blue Ivy. By the way,
Ivy, right. Sorry.
by the way, Beyonce and Jay-Z can fuck off. Seriously.
Oh, straight up.
Did you see that picture of her? She had a $25,000 bottle of champagne. She's pouring it into a hot tub, and they were like, "That's a nurse for a year." Like, you know.
That might actually appear in this fucking video. Let's find out.
2013, they dropped a whopping $200,000 on the birthday celebration. The family, worth collectively $1.4 billion, shelled out $2,000 on the cake, $95,000 on pink and white roses, and loot bags worth $30,000. Most impressively, Blue Ivy herself got an amazing birthday present that puts all others to shame. Her parents gifted her a diamond-encrusted Barbie that was worth $80,000. There's no telling how much of the
What? Why?
£80,000 for a Barbie? Are you fucking kidding me? They're the things that the kids pull the fucking heads off and like lift up their skirts and.
Yeah.
That's not lavish. That's fucking ignorant.
That head is getting lost in a T-minus fuck all time, and the arse end is going into a fucking plug socket.
Right, carry on.
What?
dream house costs. Blue Ivy wasn't the only one who got fancy toys, though. Apparently her little baby buddies also received $30,000 worth of costumes, jewelry, and toys. Apparently they wanted this birthday to set the tone for the rest of her life. With parents like hers, they may have set the bar a little low. I mean, just look at Blue...
What was that?
This was for her first birthday, right?
I think so.
Third.
No, it was a birth celebration. I think that's what they said.
Okay.
Blue Ivy's 7th birthday party.
Oh,
what kind of 7-year-old wants a rose gold themed birthday bash? Well, the Princess of Pop, Blue Ivy, that's who. And here I thought my childhood birthday parties at the McDonald's Play Place were cool.
Those were dope! I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
those were amazing.
McDonald's
those were top
birthdays.
tier.
Yeah,
Those were top tier.
Royal weddings aren't only expected to be grand celebrations, but they are also international news. People from all over the world will be watching and judging every aspect of it for decades to come. So yeah, no pressure. The royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton outdid the legendary wedding of Charles and Diana, which cost $6.4 million. The newest wedding of a man who would be king drew a price tag of $70 million. The ceremony was held at Westminster.
70 million.
That's okay. When me and Kaz got married, we were like, we're just gonna do it in a pub.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it in a pub, and we'll have fucking buffet. See, like,
we had ours in a field with glorified tents.
When you spend £70 million on a wedding, that's when expectations drop really fucking low, really fucking quickly.
Really fucking quickly.
Go on, carry on then.
Oh, fuck.
Abbey and was as fairy tale gets. Even the flowers cost $800,000. Royals from all over the world came to see the two tie the knot, along with foreign dignitaries and friends of the family. Celebrity guests included the likes of David and Victoria Beckham,
David Beckham wore his fucking OBE badge on the wrong fucking side. Just a little bit.
What a bellend! How dare he?
What a bellend! Everyone else in the row everyone else on the right side, and he's just there like, wrong
Doesn't
side,
he know which side to put his OBE on? What the fuck?
Fucking footballers.
Elton John, Richard Branson, and Guy Ritchie. A great deal of the cost of this wedding, a rumored $32 million, was just security though. Then when Prince Harry got married a few years later, they only dropped $42 million on the affair. No wonder the two left the royal family behind. The opening of the Atlantis...
This is where Harry's like, they don't care about me. They only spent $42 million on me. I'm fucking leaving. I'm going. I'm taking Meghan with me.
Meghan was like, no! No! Don't let me leave! This shit has got fucking coin to spare. That bread is his fault.
Oh my god.
Hotel in Dubai may have been the first party someone could see from outer space. It was a 3-day party for 2,000 guests from all over the world. It was also one of the most expensive celebrations ever thrown, with a staggering $31 million price tag. It began with an enormous fireworks display that lit up the night sky. This wasn't just any normal display though, this was one that covered the size of 2 football fields. Then the lost city of Atlantis rose from the ground, followed by an illumination display introduced by Priyanka Chopra herself.
Did that motherfucker just say that the lost city of Atlantis rose from the ground?
I believe he did.
Did he say Atlantis or Atlanta?
Atlantis.
Right, I thought he did. All right.
That's because yeah. No,
stupid money makes bullshit exist.
We're meant to be digging on the people in the video, not the people making it. So it's a slip up. But
guests were then treated to a private concert, signature dishes prepared by Atlantis multi-Michelin starred chefs, and a royal afterglow after party. After the first day's party, the guests enjoyed the resort's many activities. That includes the Dolphin Bay Aquaventure Water Park, the spa, and an exclusive cocktail party. The event was closed out with a culinary tour of the resort's restaurants. Of course, there was also an after party at the resort's private nightclub, Sanctuary. These guests included the likes of Robert De Niro, Lindsay Lohan, Mary-Kate Olsen, Charlize Theron, Michael Jordan, and the Dubai royal family.
So what you're telling me is there was a shitload of coke taken at that party?
Just unlimited drugs. Just unlimited.
The fucking coke. That's where all the money went on. It was a fucking snowboard resort made out of fucking
They didn't even have to get up from the tables. They just had like little mini hoses coming from their noses. And you could just be like, another bump, please, Giles.
A shovel of it.
Your dad says, great show. I have to go. Sausage rolls are calling me Toodles. Well, Greg,
good sir.
Greg, I think you need to get your priorities in order. Just saying, fuck the sausage rolls.
It's on lunch. Give him a break.
No. All
right,
thanks for joining us, Greg. Enjoy your sausage rolls. All right, okay. Carry on.
See you tomorrow, Father.
I must have missed my invite in the mail.
Oh, yeah, you were
one of the most famous celebrity celebrations every year is the Met Gala. Tickets are $35,000 a piece, and tables can go from $200,000 to $300,000.
Hold on.
That means this celebration could...
What?
Tickets are £35,000, but
the tables are $300,000. Where do you go? How can you get in?
You buy a ticket and you watch from outside, sir. You can stand in the ground, you can come in the gate, you can hang around outside, but you're not fucking coming in. Don't even think about food.
You can spend $30,000 to be the equivalent of the quiet lad at your school dance who just leans against the wall with his foot up, trying to look coy and cool.
Right, we got. Well, I'm trying not to be sick. We got to keep going for this. There's lots.
End up pulling as much as $15 million. The event is held at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art every single year. 2021's celebration included the likes of Timothée Chalamet, Billie Eilish, Billy Porter, and so many more. This doesn't even include how much money was dropped on the designer looks, which can shoot up to the hundreds of thousands, if not more. Throw in even more for jewelry, then you gotta factor in the 10 nicest New York chefs tasked to create a plant-based menu, and that makes this celebration one of the most lavish, expensive parties every single year. That's when it isn't being robbed by Sandra Bullock and her friends, too. The daughter of a president getting married is about as close to a royal wedding as Americans can get. Well, unless Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson ever get married. Chelsea Clinton's mother recently shared a ton of pictures on Instagram to highlight the shindig's 10th anniversary. Cost was no concern for this $5 million wedding. It had air-conditioned tents, an $11,000 nine-tier cake, and flowers that reportedly cost $45,000. Right? Chelsea Clinton herself also wore a Vera Wang dress with a crystal-encrusted belt that cost $25,000. This seems appropriate considering the fact that Wang herself was one of the guests. The reception dinner consisted of a high-end menu catered by the illustrious St. Regis Hotel in New York City. The high-profile guest list included the likes of President Obama, Barbara Streisand, Steven Spielberg, and Oprah. Apparently, there were several big-time celebrities that didn't make the cut. There was a rule that if Chelsea didn't know them, they didn't get an invite. I don't think Justin
That's how
Bieber got
all
the point of the
parties
Great
work.
Gatsby. The superstar singer apparently threw a Gatsby-inspired house party that was big on the decadence and light on the class. The party apparently featured paid exotic dancers, an open bar, and a giant beer pong competition that apparently got pretty heated. The party was a surefire rager that caused the police to be called not one.
I was going to say, Justin Bieber had a beer pong tournament at his party. Whoa!
Well, what you almost said there would have been far more entertaining. A beer bong tournament.
Oh, is that what
that would have been a better tournament.
He's like, I've been drinking for like 3 years, y'all. Yeah. Let me see if I can bounce this. Oh, fucking. Oh.
Once, not twice, but 3 times before it ended for the night. It included Snoop Dogg and apparently 100 other guests. The party was rumored to cost over $1 million, but it had a bit of financial insurance. Apparently, every single guest had to sign an extensive non-disclosure agreement that prevented them from tweeting, texting, or Facebooking anything. Penalties for disobeying? $3 million. That must have been one intense game of beer pong. Look, turning 50 isn't easy for anyone. There's a lot of pressure on you to make the day a big deal. I imagine the pressure is infinitely greater when you're the Sultan of Brunei. When he hit the big 5-0 in 1996, he celebrated in as lavish a style as humanly possible. Over the 2 weeks of celebrating, he reportedly spent upwards of $27.2 million. Looking at all the things he got up to, I think that 27.2 might be a conservative estimate.
$30 million
For instance,
in a week.
He had his own private concert from Michael Jackson.
He spent 30 million in a week, and the snubbed Prince of England spent more than that on his wedding.
And yeah, we'll carry on with this. And I've got
alone ran the Sultan $17 million. That wasn't the only celebrity he celebrated with, though. He also flew in Prince Charles for a private polo match.
Not Prince
I hope
Charles.
That Charles at least let the man win for his
I bet he fucking crashed.
I kind of doubt it. Finally, he held a huge celebration for 60,000 people in a private stadium built especially for the event. 3,000 of those guests were then invited to a special dinner where they all left with their own gold medal. Building a private stadium alone costs millions of dollars. Each gold medal that they make for the Olympics costs over $800. So yeah, I think that $27 million estimate was a little low.
Yes, thank you.
There are few celebrations that carry the expectations of a bat mitzvah. It's a huge milestone for anyone celebrating one, but when you're the daughter of a notorious businessman like David H. Brooks, it's gotta be huge. Well, I don't know if they get much bigger than this $10 million celebration. He got some of the biggest names in the music industry to perform for his little girl.
Tyler. She doesn't know who Steven Tyler is.
Aerosmith, 50 Cent, Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty, and the Eagles. They even apparently lyrics just for her party. Not only that, but she got to go on stage with the performers, which had to be the peak of her young life. Each of the
No, I'm not being funny. She doesn't even know who 50 fucking Cent is. Never mind Tom fucking Petty. What the fuck?
The Eagles.
These performers charged $500,000 to $1 million for the party, along with the cost of 2 floors of the Rainbow Room and swag bags worth $1,000 each. Of course, this party was also a big tip-off that her father was doing some shady business deals that eventually put him in prison for insider trading.
That's what you get, you piece of shit.
Least. When you think of high-profile
that's what you get for inviting Tom Petty to your fucking party, dickhead.
celebrities who throw elegant parties, I'm sure Simon Cowell is not the name that pops to mind. Surprisingly enough, Cowell is known for this kind of thing. The infamous reality competition villain from The X Factor, American Idol, and America's Got Talent threw himself a party even he couldn't judge. He decided to spend $1.5 million of his $600 million on his 50th birthday celebration. For a guy who's made such a reputation for being nasty to pretty much everyone, he made sure his guests were treated with luxury service.
Kind of expect
he
that
paid
from
for
Simon
all
Cowell,
400
right?
of them to get picked up by their own limos. Then they were driven to a classy mansion in Hertfordshire's Wrotham Park.
Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire.
I love America. They're so great. Ryan, I want to hear you saying Hertfordshire. Send it to me later. Hertfordshire. We'll find some things for Americans to pronounce.
Oh, fucking hell. Worcestershire. There you go. That's good.
Treated to a 5-star meal, which included the likes of lobster martinis. Now, why can't he have a reality show where he...
Who the fuck goes, do you know what I really need with this martini is fish. That's what I really need with this martini.
Acts like that. When you're a billionaire, apparently it's not enough to just have a couple of friends over to celebrate your birthday. I'm sure this was explained to David Bonderman once he passed the $3 billion mark. Bonderman apparently dropped $7 million on a party that was basically a Las Vegas music festival. In 2002, for his 60th, he invited the likes of the Rolling Stones and John Mellencamp. He even went so far as to stage the party at the legendary venue The Joint at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. If that wasn't big enough to be included on this list already, apparently he also had a famous comedian perform acts in between musical performances. Not any comedian, mind you, but the man himself, Robin Williams. Now that I know a royal wedding will spend an average of $1.1 million on flowers alone, I think I've got to start learning to put together arrangements.
All right. Well, thank you, YouTube.
Oh, well, you can see why the world's so fucked up right now, right? Because there's more and more of these people. More, the My Sweet 16 or whatever it is in America, where they spend fucking millions on these lavish 16-year-old girl parties, and it blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. I've got brakes. My brakes are close to being done in my car. Do you know what I mean? Like the mechanic was like,
you can't just get it done. It's gonna be I'm gonna have to fucking figure out a way to get the money.
I'll have to try and die until next payday.
Yeah, basically.
So that there are people really struggling right now, and then some of these were as far back as like 1996. So I mean, like things don't change. But
I also feel like that fucking list was backwards.
Yeah, they should have gone
like 80 million, and then it went down further down.